Hello, Moore Park parents, carers and students. As you'll be aware from the Prime Minister's announcement on Monday, we will all be going back to school on March the 8th. This means that we are making preparations now for return to school for all students, and we can't wait to see you all and for that to be a safe return so we don't have to be closing ever again. The first thing to know is that we will be staggering the opening to coming back to school. So that means that the students will be coming back from Monday to Wednesday, starting with the Year 11 and Sixth Form students coming in on Monday morning. Students will be coming in their tutor groups and they'll be given specific times. So it's really important that the students come in on the exact time that we give and that they either come to the sixth form or that they come to the schoolyard so we can arrange them and sort them out so we can get the COVID testing done with them. I now want to speak to you briefly about our lateral flow test or rapid COVID-19 test that we will be administering throughout the school. Now, they're tests that we do at school. So for the last 2 months, we've had testing set up at school, and all the staff that have been attending during the period of partial closure and the students that have been in during this time have had 1 or 2 tests a week using the lateral flow test. In fact, I myself had the lateral flow test, and I was the first person in the school to test positive. I had no symptoms whatsoever, and I came in on Monday morning, took a lateral flow test, found that I had contracted COVID-19, and then I isolated for 10 days to ensure that no one else got sick or ill or infected around me. This is really crucial for us because what it allows us to do is to test students, get results really quickly, students and staff get results really quickly, and then allow them to self-isolate so infection doesn't spread throughout the school. Students will be doing 3 tests across the first few days that they're in school, and after that we'll be sending home tests to parents to administer with children at home or for students to do themselves if they're in the sixth form twice a week, so you can get tests from that. And further guidance will come out next week so you can see what time you should be coming in for the staggered start, how the tests work and how all that's put together. All we need from you, and this is really, really important, please, guys, is that we get your consent. So we get your consent from parents, from anyone Year 11 or below, so we can actually go forward with that testing. Although we can't make you do that, cooperation is so important and helps us to get the school open, get the kids back, and hopefully in time, soon, we're in a position where we no longer have to take these actions. So the testing will be done across the weeks prior to Easter, and after that the testing will all be done at home, both for students and for staff actually, so it makes it kind of really straightforward. But it's a really good system, trust me, I'm the one that's used it and it really helped me and it helped the staff around me. The other thing to talk about is the use of face masks. So when we come back, face coverings will be used as normal, so in corridors, in any area where it's really hard to socially distance. Students will be asked to wear, students and staff will be asked to wear face coverings. The difference this time is the government has also asked that students wear them while they're in their lessons as well. So when they're in their lessons and they're next to other students where they can't socially distance, they'll also be asked to wear face coverings. So it's really important that you give your children face coverings, and that if you're in sixth form that you bring face coverings with you and that you wear them throughout lessons. I hope this won't be in place very long. In fact, the government rollout looks like it shouldn't be in place for too long, but certainly when we come back to ensure everyone's as safe as possible, this is something that we will ask for in cooperation. Staff will be wearing them where they can't socially distance, but where they can socially distance, so for instance where they're given a lesson at the front, they can choose to take their face coverings off. But students in classes of 28 to 30 can't socially distance in that way, so we're going to ask them to wear face masks. My final message is just that we've missed you hugely. I can't believe that we've had another lockdown. It was the last thing I wanted. In fact, I think if you were in the northwest of England, if you were in an area like Preston, we went to the Christmas holidays thinking that things had improved, and they had improved. The worst time for us was in October, November, when case rates in Preston were really high and we were struggling to keep the school open. But the safety measures that we put in place, everything we did, meant that we were able to do that. And in fact, the disruption to school was really quite minimal. So locking down again for another 8 school weeks has been a real shock. But I hope remote learning's done well, and I hope we've given you all that we could really to give you the resources you've needed for remote learning. It's a relief to all of us. The students will be back from the 8th, and actually by the Thursday of that week, all students will be back and normal service will be resumed. So there'll be a staggered start, but after that, normal service will resume. So my message is please to support us on when the information comes out next week about staggered starts. Please read it carefully. Please make sure that the children and young people are following those times and that they're ready to be tested. Please support us with the tests so we can get all the young people in across Monday to Wednesday and ready to learn and back to the routines that are so important to their mental health, to their learning and their physical health. And lastly, can you also please make sure that you give them face coverings and that the young people come back prepared and ready for schooling again, because we are dead excited to get things going again. Keep safe, Moore Parkers. I couldn't do it without you, and your cooperation during this time has been absolutely invaluable. We are very lucky to have parents, carers and students like you. Keep well, keep safe.